Hi there, it's Julie. Hello, everyone. This is your movement break. So your less than 10 minutes movement break. So come on down onto the floor, a mat if you wish, but doesn't matter to me as long as you're comfortable. So we don't want your bones to be sticking into the floor and feeling uncomfortable. So just find a mat or a piece of carpet or whatever it is that works for you. All right, so come on down here. This is a different position. It's interesting to take a different perspective, especially when you've been sitting looking at the computer screen all day, or maybe reading books, or sitting on the floor playing with kids, whatever it is. So it can be nice to just take a moment here to appreciate this new perspective and get a sense of sinking into the mat. But we're not going to stay here long because this is a movement break. Okay, so go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. We call this little boat, and you can rock side to side. This is meant to be very gentle and loose and free. It can be massaging for the spine. And you might like to take your knees wider apart and have your legs lengthened a little bit. Just keep some softness. We're just looking for softness, ease. We're all about less effort in this practice right now. All right, so let's go ahead and take our hands off of our knees and just lengthen the legs a little bit. And you can lengthen the arms, but have some softness. So we still have softness, like kind of like a spaghetti arms. And let's see if we can have like spaghetti legs too. So go ahead and move your arms and legs. They could be symmetrical movements, but maybe they're not. Maybe it's like all, I don't know, really crazy stuff. Do what you're called to do. Pretend you're a little kid and you're just kind of like, playing with your body and seeing what exists there. What movement can I create that feels good and feels fun? And there are no rules here with this. So that's like a super bonus. No rules. How often do we have that in life? And you can keep this going as long as you like. And then when you're ready, go ahead and hug the knees back into the chest again and just tune in. How does that feel? What is going on now with your nervous system and your breath and your body? How are the joints feeling? And always make sure that you're only moving to your comfort level. So remember, we never want to experience pain here. So if you have pain, then change things or just stop altogether. We're all about ease and comfort today, especially. So let's go ahead and lengthen our arms and legs up towards the ceiling. Let's do a few little circles of the ankles and wrists. And then we're going to do one of my favorite poses, and it's tantrum asana. So it's like permission to have an adult temper tantrum. And this can be like just a little tiny bit of a temper tantrum if you want to, or it could be a little more of a temper tantrum, or it could be like a full on raging, screaming temper tantrum. Whatever you need today, that's what you do. Shaking out the tensions. And then when you've had enough, again, let's just bring those knees into the chest. Nice big sigh if that feels good for you. Just notice how your body feels now. Maybe there's some tinglies happening. Maybe you sense a loosening in the joints. Maybe there's an elevation in your heart rate. Now let's go ahead and release the arms. Lengthen them out into a T, but this is not a rigid T. It's a nice soft T position. And then you can go ahead and set the soles of your feet back on the floor with the knees bent. Let's have them wider than hip width apart. And let's not have the feet close to the buttocks at all. So there's lots of space here for the knees to be able to fall towards the floor on the right side. And if this is like too much for you, then lower the feet so they're further away from your buttocks and see if that changes how it feels in your body. And if it feels nice for you to go ahead and turn your head to look in the opposite direction, then do that. If it does not, then keep your head looking towards the ceiling. But I invite you to close your eyes. Let's give those eyes a break. A break from the computer screen and whatever else it is that they're having to look at all day. And see if you can invite some softness into your body. So begin to notice if you're actually holding tension in those knees. And see if you can just release that. Let that go. And then when you're ready, on an inhale, you can bring the knees and the head back to center. And on an exhale, let the knees go in the opposite direction. So moving towards the mat or towards the floor. I didn't say they have to touch the floor. There's no have to. There's just I wonder how this will feel. I wonder if I can soften that a little bit more. I wonder how it would feel if I sent my feet a little further away from my buttocks again. Yeah, that's better for me. So it's meant to feel very luscious, just soft and free. Just enjoy this. And then on an inhale, bringing the knees and the head back to center. And if you have time, you can do that a few more times. You can gently go back and forth with the knees, but if you're pressed for time, then that will do. And go ahead and lengthen your legs out along the floor. And let's just take a few minutes here to melt into the mat or the floor and begin to count backwards with each exhalation from 10 or from higher if you have more time. I don't have to count it out for you. You all know how to count. And just see if you can allow the body to release a little more with each backwards count. And then when you have come down to 0, if you're ready, you can roll to one side. Take a couple of breaths here, and then push yourself gently up into a comfortable seated position and carry on with the rest of your day. There you go. That was less than 10 minutes. Pat yourself on the back. Yay for you. You had a movement break, and please do this a few times during the day, especially if you're sitting hunched over a computer and you're working from home in not the best ergonomic setup. All right. Take care of yourselves. See you again soon. Bye.